The King and His Cave of Treasure. Once upon a time, there lived a greedy king who cared only for his treasures. He was so greedy that he exiled his two brothers, fearing that they would one day take everything from him. He never took a wife or had children for this same reason. He spent his days coming up with new ways to gain more wealth, and he decided to impose heavy taxes on his subjects. The king did not care if you were an old woman or a poor farmer. If you lived in the village, you would have to pay taxes to continue living there. As the king got older, he became more reclusive, and the only person he would talk to was one of his ministers, who was also the head of treasury. After many years, the king's house was filled with too much gold, and so he asked his minister to store all of it in a nearby cave. The minister was instructed to make sure that no one was able to get in, and nothing was able to get out, and he made sure to do just that. For security, the cave was closed off and locked from the outside. The only people who had access were the minister and the king. The king now had it all. Every chance he would get, he would take a walk to the cave with his royal guards following closely. The village children would stand out with their parents and watch him as he walked by, without a care in the world, while they begged to be given food. The king's greed had reached a level nobody thought was even possible. The king's guards would barricade the cave whenever the king entered. Only he was allowed to admire the treasure he had accumulated over time. He took great pleasure in spending hours just sitting there, imagining what the cave would look like if he filled it up even more. When the sun lowered in the sky and he grew tired, he would walk back across town to his home.